All right, let's do the damn thing. What's up, everyone? AJ Writes Crypto here. It's Monday, April 1st. You will not believe the morning I had. Oh my God. Craziness. Absolutely insane. Maybe I'll tell the story later. All right. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We have Mike Vollmer, Davenport Report, my best friend in the entire world, Chauncey Peppertooth, Mr. Mojo Risen, Tony Denning, Alan Harita, Gary, Tristan Gage. The whole squad is here. Thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Almost 50 people in the house. Ricky Burrows, what's going on? Good morning. Happy Monday. Make sure you guys smash the like button if you haven't already. So much to talk about today. Hope everybody had a good Easter weekend. I know I did. I know I had a pretty rock solid weekend. It was chill. I think the highlight of the weekend had to be putting out my interview with Sunny Lou, the founder of VChain. Man, there are so many gems, just straight up gems in, where's the one that I like? I like that one. There we go. So many just gems in this interview. Just things he says along the way. What probably the best interview I've ever done. But I think because it was in person made it that much better. Anytime I can, go down the street in Miami and buy some lights and set up in a rooftop like area by the pool and interview a founder of a blockchain. Pretty cool. Man, it was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. And it's like I said, go and if you haven't seen this interview, go give it a watch. He's genius. And I think this is one of my favorite, this clip I made right here. First of all, what people don't understand about VChain is that they are partnered with the Boston Consulting Group, the BCG. If you don't understand that, how big of a deal that is, I want you to look up the Boston Consulting Group, the BCG. Google it, check it out, because the fact that VChain has the access to that kind of data and that kind of empirical research, that's the kind of stuff that, like, the overbroad decision making kind of things that people like don't understand in crypto. And this partnership is insane. Anyway, the BCG, projected that by 2030, the sustainability sector will be worth $26 trillion. 26 trillion. And, sustainability as in doing the right thing for planet Earth, as in, not wasting water, not using plastic, not, carpooling to work, stuff like this. Okay. And his idea behind the V Better DAO, which is basically where you get rewarded, financially by making the correct decision for the Earth, that you shouldn't have to pay extra for organic electricity. You feel me? But the fact that this sector will be worth 26 trillion by 2030, if VChain could fight to get 0.1% or 1% of that market share, we're talking cubic fucking money here, everybody. Cubic fucking money. All right. So don't sleep on VChain, and check out this interview. All right. It's a big deal. We got my guy Alex O Crypto in the house. Hope you're well, AJ. Much love, homie. Much love to you as well. I'm pretty sure Alex, the last time Alex came into my chat, was the day of the first day of Trading Wars. And season 1 in Trading Wars, I did the best P&L, best single trade ever done on the show. Record still hasn't been broken. Second time in Trading Wars, you either get rich or you get wrecked, everybody. And I am true to my name. I don't do these little 10% of my bag on 3x leverage shares. Hell no. I put the whole bag in on 18, 20x leverage and send it. That's, it's an entertainment. It's a TV show. All right. And Alex O Crypto, he came into my chat and said hello for the first time, the day before the first episode of season 2. He wins that episode. And I'm like, oh, this guy in the chat, just with his arm like this, flexing. I like it. Go check out Alex, though. He has a really, really good channel, really strong technical analysis. He's a smart kid. I really like him. I haven't met him in person, I don't think, But I like his channel, and he seems like a really cool dude. So check him out. Yeah, exactly. Full send or no send, Gary. That is actually the actual truth. Checking in on the chat here. Oh my God, Davenport, you silly, bro. Davenport is super silly. Turbo made it huge story in your text messages. Well, Turbo actually can text me. What is he even saying? I don't even know what he's trying to tell me. I don't understand. You hurt my brain. It hurts now. All right. Yeah, this season is going to be. So, okay. Lee F in the chat, just trying to get me to talk about Supercross. Man, that was crazy. That was crazy. One of the best, I wouldn't say the best. I think the best race of the year was last week in Seattle. This week, I mean, great to see Eli technically sweep the Triple Crown. But, I mean, Eli Tomac hasn't got a win in a minute, but he is the second most winning rider ever in Supercross. But for the whole bar, so basically, I'm going to hit this fast and keep talking about crypto. So Jet Lawrence is the points leader, okay? And Cooper Webb behind him, now by 8 points, right? It's a really close championship race as we approach the tail end of the season. And Jet Lawrence cut down in a corner to try to pass his brother. And Justin Barsha was protecting the inside from Vince Freeze, who's a very dirty rider behind him. And when Justin was protecting the inside and Jet cut down, Justin T-boned Jet and consequently took out the points leader in a big way. Luckily, it was a Triple Crown, so it did save Jet from, really taking a bigger dent in points. I still think he got like 8th or 9th overall or something like that. But for Eli to get the win, Cooper to be on the podium, what a race. Absolutely, what a race. I have tickets to go to Philadelphia. I'm going to Nashville and Philadelphia Supercross. I went on Ticketmaster and bought 16 tickets to Philadelphia Supercross. 16. We're gonna pack up the motorhome, take all the friends and families. All right. I'm done talking about dirt bikes, but for all of you that are out there, like, what the hell is he talking about? Watch dirt bike racing. It's the most entertaining sport in the world. Okay, let's keep the ball rolling here. I can get sidetracked talking about dirt bikes, like, no problem. It's so easy. All right, check out that interview if you haven't already. Sonny, absolute man, what a legend. He even said, always enjoy the inspirational conversations such as this one with AJ. Nice dude to meet. Oh, thank you, Sonny. How nice. The founder of VChain giving me some love in a tweet. Of course, I reposted it. And of course, there is still an active giveaway. There's actually 2 active giveaways going on right now still as well. If you guys want to get involved, maybe win some free stuff, some free money. VChain Easter giveaway. 3 people will win this VChain merch pack, and 1 person will win $100 in VChain. For your chance to win, all you have to do is like and retweet this tweet. Follow VChain Official and like and comment my recent interview with Sonny Liu. The interview is linked on this tweet here, and you'll win the sweet VChain book bag, a VChain shirt of your size, and a VChain hat. Sick little merch pack there. I will click on this and copy and paste it into the chat in case anybody wants to get involved in the giveaway. You can maybe win some merch or win $100 in VChain. So there you go. There you go. Active giveaway. Where's my other active giveaway at? There it is. So, giving away 3 of the next Grogger drop. I am wearing my other Grogger shirt today, my Get Rich or Get Wrecked. I do love this shirt. I think this shirt might make a comeback. There are some shirts in Get Rich or Get Wrecked that are going to be available all the time. I really think that this might be one of them, because it's just such a clean design. And it really kind of encapsulates like the vibe of Get Rich or Get Wrecked in one shirt. I mean, I won't bring it back for a little while. I actually have my own website coming very soon. We're just kind of ironing out the little things. So that's exciting. But yeah, this is the next public Grogger drop. There's only going to be 100 of these available, but you can win there. I'm giving 3 of them away. There'll still be 100 to purchase. So there'll end up be like 110 of them made, because I get a bunch of them that I give away to my friends. And then, 100 get bought. So about 110 will be made all together. So H Barbarian with little Grogger on the corner there. All you got to do is like and retweet this tweet right here. And yeah, so they will be available. I think I'm going to put them up tomorrow. Head over to my Twitter, get involved on that giveaway if you want to. And then also there is another one. Where is? Oh, I think I might have done that one already. Oh, actually, I don't think I have. Yeah, this is still open as well. I haven't actually finished all the questions for Shane yet. I'm going to finish the questions today. But on Wednesday, I'm actually interviewing the CEO and co-founder of the HBAR Foundation, which is massive. If you could ask him anything, what would it be? Winner gets $100 in HBAR, and I'll use the question in the interview. Have not done this yet. So actually, there's 3 active giveaways on my Twitter. So make sure you head over there to x.com and get yourself involved. You can win some merch. You can win some money. You could have your name mentioned in an interview with the HBAR, the CEO of the HBAR Foundation. That's pretty cool. Another massive interview. Locked it. Let's go. I do have to do a bunch of work on that, though. Today, I'm going to be in this office today. No joke. I'm going to be here till like 8 p.m. No joke. And it's April. I wish that was an April Fool's, but it's really, really not. David Wood's gonna meet me in Nashville. Hell yeah, man. Bring her on down. Let's do the damn thing. I haven't even got my tickets for Nashville yet. So awesome. All right. So let's keep the ball rolling here. Gonna take a quick little look at the crypto market. Share this tab instead. Boom. All right. Bitcoin, it's just fighting at 70. Bitcoin has just been a little bit bipolar, kind of going, it's right below 70, but it's above 70, it's below 70, above 70, below. It's just kind of its mood swings are giving me whiplash. Ethereum has been staying above 35 a little bit. BNB 592, Solana 197, back below 200. Actually told you guys last week, long Solana to 200 when it was out like $1.78 or something like that. Called that one. Also, oh my gosh, in the Telegram group on Friday night, I think it was a jupe long that I called. And I kind of saw the setup. I saw the volume coming in. There was a bunch of confluence with the indicators. And I was like, this looks like a setup. Like, I think I'm going to post this one. I have been very selective about the setups I have been posting. And I woke up the next morning and I looked at my computer and I had to check my eyes like, is that real? Jupe ripped it. The number one leader in the top 100 moving. People in the Telegram group on Friday got that one first. So there you go. We are slinging those winning trades. If you want to sign up for the Telegram group, email me down below, ajalphagroup@gmail.com. We've been winning them left and right. All right. Keep it rolling. Cardano, Avalanche, kind of just cruising. You guys really know what I want. You guys really know what I want to do. I want to look at the gainers and the losers. I want to see where that volatility is. Dog, that can't be right. There it is. Okay. Dog with at still above $4 has come down a little bit. I was looking at that one last night. It was at 450. I should have put in a trade, but I saw it, and that's kind of more that it kind of matters to me. Even if I don't get in a trade, if I see it and I'm like, oh, that's going to blank, and then it does. I see it. So I used to get really upset with myself when I wouldn't trade something I see. But after a while, when you do so many trades, and you kind of make so many calls in your head, when you see something like that and you call it in your head and it happens, it kind of just gives you confidence. You know what I mean? You don't have to be like neck deep in every trade. You can do smaller leverage trades. You can just leverage trade $100 at 3x. It doesn't have to be this big, giant, life-changing thing. You know what I mean? You can just kind of have fun with it and not take it that seriously, but still like make some money on the side. I mean, like, you guys be surprised. Like, my trading is actually like all over the place. Like, I will go a couple of days where I'm doing like $30,000 positions with 10x leverage, and I'm just like sitting on the edge of my seat all day long, stressed out, trying to write a script. Nothing gets written, just trading. And then there's sometimes where I see something, I'm like, I'll just throw $1,000 at it, 5x leverage, just let it ride. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like a mood thing, but it's kind of like a confidence thing too, because like when I'm in like my really big trades, it's because I'm on a hot streak and I feel that like things that like overall that like I'm probably going to be right about this position. If I go heavy into a position, it's because I'm pretty sure about it. Haven't really got wrecked that hard in a long time. Actually, it's been like a couple months since I've really had like a gut wrenching, like, oh, what an idiot. I haven't done that lately. I've been pretty consistent lately. So this core project, where did this thing come from? Going to talk about this a little bit today. Top mover in the top 100. Jupe still has no chill at 170, up 14% in the past 23 hours. SWE fighting its way to $2. Love to see that. BitGet token moving. Toncoin got a little bit of news on Toncoin up to 542. This thing hung out at $2.30 for like literally a year. Aptos up a little bit. Pyth woke up a little bit. It was actually above $1, has come back down. Let's look at the loser side here. Flare down, dog whiff. Of course, dog whiff is down. I mean, that thing was, I mean, nothing pumps that hard. Nothing pumps that hard. Shout out to anybody who got in the dog whiff. I mean, back under $2. I bought a little bit at like 215, 220 or something like that. I'm still holding it. I'm just holding it. I probably should have sold it last night. Ordi down a little bit, Near down 8%. Damn, big dent for Near. Phantom down to 92, 6%. Dent to my bags, but I am going to circle back and look at this Phantom position, probably post it in maybe the Phemex Pulse chat or in Telegram. Phantom is a coin I like to isolate. I like to target. I understand how it moves. Surprised to see it down to 92 cents. I mean, it does have a bunch of news with the Sonic upgrade coming, this spring. Yeah, very soon. The Phantom upgrade should be coming. So I'm going to keep a close eye on that. HBAR, unfortunately, down 7%. That one will wake up. Bunk down, Sandbox. Yeah, we have a handful of alts. The Graph down 5%, taking a little bit of a dent. Hate to see it, but hey, it's just a good opportunity to buy in and get more. I mean, seeing the Graph at 36 cents and knowing that its local high is 50 cents, you got to think to yourself, well, that previous high just becomes a target. So, buying a bunch of Graph at 36 cents and riding it back to 50 whenever it decides to wake back up. I mean, sounds like a pretty good move to me. Pretty good move to me. Gonna check the chat here. I still miss my spinning coin. I miss the spinning coin too. I'll be honest with you. I'm working on evolving this set here. This set here is a temporary flex set. I have these boxes of shelves right down there. They're down there. And I'm gonna set the shelves up and put the shelves here, and then I'll have all the levitating stuff. It's going to look a lot better in here once we finish setting it up, but one day at a time, everybody. One day at a time. But I missed the spinning coin too. It'll be back. Turbo Mater straight up. AJ writes crypto Alpha Group is a paper printer. I mean, I've heard that. Free the Funko Pops. Not much on the Funko Pops. Why are things dropping? I think that is a good question, and I think we are going to investigate that here in a little teeny bit. I did show this on Friday, but it is April 1st now, so I want to reiterate for anybody who wasn't here. This is, the overall timeline on the movements of Bitcoin specifically over time, over the months. So April, we have an average of plus 15. With the median of plus 7.27. And I think that's a sign to me for April, 7.27%, because July 27th is my birthday. So to see the median up 7.27 for April, I think that is an omen that April is going to be a bullish month because, it makes sense. It's like, that's like astrology, basically. That's math. That's straight math, everybody. But yep. So in the past, you've seen, April has had a lot of plus 30 months. Even right there in 2016, another 7.27. But then we went red, a bunch of green, red, and also, last year, 2023, we had green the first 4 months of the year. In 21, we went green, red. It is all just, it's a guess, really. We can't just use previous months to predict this month. That's not how it works, unfortunately, but it is interesting to see. I do like to keep an eye on this. You know why? Because of September. Look at September. red, 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 red. Like, you know, that's kind of a pattern. And look at October, green, 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 green. You know what I mean? So like I do look at that and consider, oh, generally October is a bullish month, or generally September is a bearish month. Like I do take that stuff into account. And we can say generally that April is a bullish month with an average of 15.5. But you also have to take into account that Bitcoin does not move like it used to. Bitcoin, you know, on its way up really had that exponential push up. So when you kind of consider statistics from 2015 and try to calculate them and how much their relevancy to 2024, you see my point. It's not exactly the same, but it is still worth just keeping an eye on. So, all right, everybody, make sure you smash the like button. Shout out to my guy. X marks the spot in the chat. Are you re-upping your algo governance? Yeah, probably. I actually, yeah. So the 31st was yesterday. Yeah, I need to look into that. Thank you for the reminder. I'm always in algo governance. So it's just kind of like, because I know that, like, all right, so we lock up for like 3 or 4 months or something like that, right? And then every time I'm like, all right, am I going to lock up again this time? Well, let's think. Is algo going to top between now and when that unlocks? No, it's not going to top. Locking it back up. So I have just been rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling this whole time. So I did use Messina 1 last time. So I did want to, you know, try an alternative to Folks Finance just to see, you know, what it did. It's not leveraged or anything like that. And also, oh my God, the last time I did like that video on Folks Finance about like how to, you know, lock up your stuff with Folks Finance, I had people like, oh, why did I listen to you? You're such an idiot. I lost my money on Folks Finance. And I'm like, no, you didn't. You didn't lose your money on Folks Finance. You know why? Because no one got liquidated. Zero people got liquidated. But you know how I know this? Because I called the guy that runs Folks Finance and talked to him. And I said, hey, we need to talk. And he's like, what happened? I'm like, people lost money. He's like, no one got liquidated. They're doing something wrong. And I was like, and then there was this whole thing where the rewards didn't come out for like another day. And people were like, where are my rewards? Blah, 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 blah. And then they came out the next day. So be patient with these things, everybody. Stuff happens sometimes. You know, it's not like up to me. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I want people to participate in Algorand. I want people to realize, you know, how useful it is, how easy it is to do governance. And sometimes if there's like a little hiccup, like don't freak out. Last time, no one got liquidated. I don't know about this time. I'll have to check. I'll keep you updated. But I would like to think that Folks Finance is doing what they do best. And I know some people are a little skittish with leveraged governance. I understand that. I understand the weariness. And you don't have to do a leverage governance. You can do a straight up normal one if you want to. You don't have to leverage out if you don't want to. You know, I probably I don't know. I'm gonna check out Messina. I'm gonna see how my Messina returns did personally. It was my first time using it, and then we're gonna see what the return was, and then we'll see what we do. We might go back to Folks. We might go back to Messina. We might do both. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, it's definitely worth keeping an eye on. And fetch me a single ocean and you get ASI. LOL. Yeah, thoughts on ASI? I think that whole thing is insane. Yeah, so for everyone who doesn't know what ASI is, fetch, ocean, and Singularity Net apparently are going to combine to one super AI coin. Called ASI, and that is pretty insane. I don't know if it's actually been voted on yet. Don't quote me on that. Gonna have to look into it. Okay, so everybody, this is very funny. I have to say this. So there's always like people in the chat that are like, if I don't get to the topic of the thumbnail, they like freak out in the comments, like not the chat comments, but the comments of the video for the people who watch it after the fact. And people will be like, he didn't get to the thumbnail for 10 minutes. Like, it's like a big deal. All right, guys, it's April Fool's Day. If Bitcoin goes to 10 million, great. But that was my joke. Okay. Bitcoin to 10 million. It's totally going to happen. Don't you know? And let's actually look into really fast for all the people that, that get mad at me because I don't get on here and I ignore the chat and I ignore what everyone wants and just talk about what I put on the thumbnail for those people who want me to just do that. Let's actually look into what it would take for Bitcoin to get to $10 million. So target price for Bitcoin. This is the coinperspective.com. This is my favorite place to do moon math. All right, for a $10 million Bitcoin, it would require a market cap of $196.7 trillion. Jesus has risen. He has risen, everybody. He is alive. Christ is king. I do not mean that sarcastically. I actually believe that. Yeah, I think 10 million by the end of, just ignore us, AJ, right? Crypto smoke stream. I'm trying to. I don't want to ignore the chat, but like the chat, you guys distract me. You ask good questions and I answer them. How dare I? Yeah, so a $10 million Bitcoin, $196 trillion market cap. What about a $1 million Bitcoin? Would be 19.7 trillion. That still seems like a little bit of a reach from right now. And if Bitcoin's market cap went to 19.7 trillion, that would only be a 14x from right now. Do you guys see why, unless you are big money, if you are a small altcoin holder, if you have less than $100,000, I would not advise to hold Bitcoin if you're actually trying to put X's in your portfolio. And that is why. $100,000 Bitcoin would require a $2 trillion market cap, which would be a 45% increase. Now that is more like it. I think $100,000 is a good target. I also think, for this bull run, the top of this bull run, I have made an official Bitcoin price prediction back at Hit Network. I said 120,000, which would be 2.4 trillion. I believe to 140,000. Or maybe it was 100,000 to 140 with a target of 120. That might have been it. I'm going to have to check that. But I think that kind of feels like the wheelhouse. Even if we're talking a 3 trillion target, for the market cap. Yeah, so right there, $150,000 Bitcoin would be a $3 trillion market cap. I feel like that is reasonable, to be honest with you. Not, that would be a little bit more than a double up from right now. I'm not coming on here and saying that's my official Bitcoin price prediction. I will make another official Bitcoin price prediction, but that I feel 120 to 150 does track. That checks out. Consider the ETF, the accessibility, the fact that we're still pre-halving and Bitcoin went all-time high. That's pretty insane. So everybody, make sure you got 220 people in the house. Thank you for spending your Monday morning with me. I really appreciate it. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because I know there's people out there watching me say this sentence that I'm saying right here, right now, that are not subscribed to the channel. Why? All right. Why? Just why? Okay, I'm done. Going to keep it rolling. All right. Where was that awesome story I saw? Got a couple of those, and then we'll look at charts. Tether completes gold standard security audit. If you would have told me this back when we were at the Bahamas and Ben was knocking on doors and breaking into buildings and getting notepads from whoever, oh man, that was a crazy story in the Bahamas. But the independent audit represents the highest. What independent? Who did it? Represents the highest level of security compliance an organization can demonstrate. Tether has announced a successful completion of a system and organization control and SOC audit, the highest level of security compliance that an organization can demonstrate. The audit was developed by the American Institute of Certified Accountants. So, hey, that's awesome. That's pretty big. This compliance measures assures our customers that their assets and data are managed in an environment that meets the highest standards for data protection and information security. This independent validation of security controls is vital for Tether, demonstrating our commitment to being the world's most trusted and compliant stablecoin. Hey, Tether turning a new leaf. It's good to see that. I just have, I've been in crypto for a long time, everybody. I look like I have a young face, but I'm 32. I've been in crypto for a hot minute. And, there's been worries for a long time about how Tether is up against the ropes, could be insolvent, blah, blah, blah. They're not compliant. And hey, they passed. Okay. Sorry about your ears there. That's what happens when you set alarms on TradingView. That's what happens. You get this ear breaking. Holy fuck. Yo, you scared the shit out of me. That was not okay. I thought that came from right behind me. I felt like you were here. That was not okay. Bye. Okay. That was not okay, everybody. I hear the hello, AJ. And I'm like, what the hell? And Cassie's like poking her head through the window. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Not okay. Not okay. That was hilarious. Yeah, I do want to circle back to that. I do have a $5 super chat going to address this. Numero Ruben, $5. Hey, thanks for the super chat. I appreciate you. It's been a while since I used Folks Finance. Do I commit and or swap and commit? What? Do I commit or swap and commit? All right. So what you do is you put your algo on and then you convert it to, I believe, G algo, if I'm not mistaken, or G. Yeah. And then it sits and then you push it back. You pay the loan off and then you push it back to algo and then you can take it off. So there are very simple videos on YouTube that are from Folks Finance that explain exactly what to click and where to click. I don't have it up on this. I'm not going to show you right here, right now, but it's very simple to do. Very simple. USDT going to make me rich. There you go. Okay. You got it now. Thanks. No problem, man. Glad you figured it out. Yo, that was terrifying. Yeah. Triggered a little bit. That actually scared the shit out of me. I was like, what's happening? Okay. So couple things, right? So we talked about Tether. That's a big deal. There was the little thing about the halving. I'll show you this really fast. Kind of about, I do want to get into charts, and the show flies by on me every time. It's 19 days away. How did it perform in past cycles? Well, I'm sure a lot of us remember, but for those I don't, the market's trending sideways as Bitcoin's fourth quadrennial. That's a cute word, a quadrennial halving is 19 days away. So Bitcoin's third halving on April 22nd, 2020, 19 days before the last Bitcoin halving. Bitcoin was changing hands at 6,800 and change, with the markets trending mid-range after trading between 64 and 73 throughout the month of April. Bitcoin went on a rally by 44% in 17 days to a local high of 98 and change, 9,800 on May 9th, with opportunistic sellers pushing the price back down to 8,700 come the third halving on May 11th. And Bitcoin then dipped to 8,600 the following day and has never traded at a lower level since. Whoa. All right. So here is the chart right here. So, here's, March, April, May, so it did have these little dips, but really it had little dips, but it maintained and picked up, so, that was 4 years ago. Okay. Bitcoin was still below $10,000 at the time. We are in a new world today. But it is worth keeping in mind, how after the halving, it had the dip and then it never went lower again. Maybe that can happen again. Maybe it could dip, maybe it could trade between 70, 75. Maybe it dips to 69, 66 and never goes lower ever. Possible. It happened 4 years ago, and anything is possible when it comes to crypto. Believe that. All right. This is kind of an interesting story, mainly because when Dogecoin moves, it moves. When I saw Dogecoin go, from like 11 to 15, I immediately FOMO'd into the pump because I know how Dogecoin moves. It's kind of like, it would have sounded stupid at the time to FOMO into Solana when it went from $20 to $50. But if you would have FOMO'd in at that point, you still would have killed it. And I feel that Dogecoin kind of moves a similar way. So I did FOMO into Dogecoin and I'm up over, I think 25 or 30% on that FOMO buy. FOMO isn't always bad when things run like this. Okay. And this is kind of one of those stories that if this thing that happened last time happens again, this would happen. This is that story. Okay. So it is by Ali Charts. I actually like following Ali Charts. Not a bad thing, but basically we're talking about where this triangle here that Dogecoin formed. It broke out in 2021, had this little stutter step, and then pumped up again. All right, that is the idea. And very similarly, we have the same form of triangle, descending wedge, and then Dogecoin pops up, has a little stutter step, and hey, maybe could continue again. I don't think with this is so. If what happened last time happens this time, that would spit Doge to $12. Let's talk about that. Big Doge ain't going to $12. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Would I like to see it happen? Yeah. I'm not saying I hate Doge. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that I don't think $12 is mathematically possible. Okay. If Doge went to $12, we're talking a $1.7 trillion market cap just for Doge. Last bull run, the top of the bull run, the entire crypto market was barely worth 3 trillion, just over 3 trillion. Doge isn't going to 1.7. Just for Doge to go to $1, we're talking 143 billion. Okay. Personally, I am not. In the past, I have said I don't think Doge can go to $1. And I say that because Doge, it has an infinite market cap, and a lot of Doge coins get created every day. I believe to the tune of 13, 14 million coins per day. Something insane like that. I will go back and double check that number. But last time it went to like 72, 73. I don't think it's likely that it goes to $1, but I think it can. I used to say it's impossible for Doge to go to $1. I used to say it's impossible for Doge to beat its previous all-time high. And where I was coming from was all tokenomics. And I understood why I said that, but I am going to reel that back. Mainly because Doge could move like Solana did. Doge could absolutely effing rip. It could happen. I'm not putting my bottom dollar on it or anything like that, but I am saying that there is a point where tokenomics stop mattering when the buy pressure is that heavy, and when this much, that injection of money that we've been talking about on this channel that has not happened yet. When that injection comes in, I mean, Doge is going to do very, very well. So I'm going to keep an eye on it. And I still don't think it's likely that it hits $1, but I think I'm going to say now that it's possible. I am going to say that. All right. Yeah. So shout out to Ali Charts for that tweet there, basically saying, if the thing that happened last time happens this time, this would happen. I said the same thing about VChain. The last time it had a bull cross on the 5-day chart with the 200 crossing the 50-day EMA. After that, it pumped 3,000%. And if that happened this time, it'd be $1.14. I said that about VChain. And I had an article written about it, because when you say stuff like that, people write articles. But, I think, I'm not saying it's impossible for VChain to go to $1, but it could. You never know. All right, going to keep it rolling. I got to talk about this core. This coin has really, really taken over the top mover in the top 100. Kind of came out of nowhere. Honestly, was not on my radar. There's a lot of institutional investment funds have shown interest in it. It has pumped significantly over the weekend. I saw it on Friday, and it just kept going. All right, so the core DAO operates as an L1 blockchain supporting the Ethereum virtual machine, aka the EVM, enabling the execution of Ethereum smart contracts and decentralized applications, aka dApps. The native token is referred to as core. This is where it gets interesting. With its Satoshi Plus consensus mechanism, core combines delegated Bitcoin mining hash with delegated proof of stake for security. Core serves as both the utility token and the governance token of the core network, facilitating various functions such as paying transaction fees, staking on the core network, and participating in on-chain governance. So there you go. Very, very interesting. Very interesting project. I am interested to learn more about it. I think maybe I should give this little follow. They get a follow from me for sure. I do want to look and learn more about this project as it is on fire. But hey, this is the kind of stuff that we need to pay attention to. I mean, this thing has really come out of nowhere. An anonymous person who does not want to reveal his name is preparing to push the price of core to 100 before the Bitcoin halving. Interesting. The credibility, let's read this. The credibility of the news is very high. It is expected that the 100 plus crypto institutional investment funds will buy and hold core this year. The 100 institutional funds will buy and hold core. Wow. The core Stoshis, don't miss a chance. Next month, we will ready to go to the moon. Core DAO will be blowing tremendously, which you can't imagine. That is very interesting to say that. That obviously is one hell of a rumor. And it is only at $2.57. I think it hit a local high just under $3, I believe. Did pretty well. Market cap 2.2 billion. The tokenomics were not even halfway there yet, with 875 million.4 in circulation, with a max and total supply of 2.1 billion. So still got a little way to go. But I am going to definitely learn a little bit more about this project as it's on everybody's mind. Powered by a new consensus mechanism, aka like Satoshi Plus. Core is a Turing complete, like Alan Turing. Turing complete blockchain leveraging Bitcoin mining hash rate and the EVM. Satoshi Plus applies a protocol driven validator. Oh, you guys can't see this. Election mechanism to combine the optimal features of proof of work and delegated proof of stake in order to ensure the maximum security scalability of decentralization. Wow. I'm impressed. But let's see where it goes. Final story for today, and I'll jump into some charts. Expert warns XRP investors won't make them rich amid possibility of landmark July ruling being overturned. Oh man, I need to sip a drink of coffee. Hold on a second here. Hold on. I really hope this doesn't happen. Clearly undercaffeinated. Expert warns investors XRP won't make them rich. Okay. Amid possibility of July ruling being overturned. I really hope that's not true. So, Charles Gaspino, okay, Fox Business senior correspondent, has basically warned the XRP investors that about the risk of holding it because of the ongoing legal brawl, saying that Gary Gensler will stop at nothing to appeal the XRP ruling. Hey, which is probably true. The SEC has been taking a lot of L's in crypto world. And they're going to keep fighting back. They're asking for more money. They want to double down. I mean, Gary is still here for now. Gary's still here, and he's still a threat. All right. So, I don't think the July ruling would get overturned, but I think it's possible. I don't even want to say that, to be honest. I don't even really want to say that, but the fact that they're saying that it could get overturned scares the shit out of me. That's what I really meant to say. I'm trying to read a little bit more of the story, but let's just read his tweet. Let's just read his damn tweet. The one thing the XRP chasers might want to consider, if Gary Gensler considers Ethereum a security, the SEC will stop at nothing to get Torres's weird half-baked Ripple ruling overturned in the appeal division, and he has a good shot doing so. Wow. And he has a good shot doing so. That's a take. In other words, you are probably not getting rich on XRP. It might be getting poor, depending on how this shakes out. Hey, that's one hell of a take. And I do agree with Rip Van Winkle. Engagement farming at its finest. Smash the like on that. Hey, there's nothing wrong with engagement farming. That's literally what influencers are paid to do. We are paid. We live by engagement. Look at me. That's the game. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, man. It's fun, but hey, anything's possible. Joe Williams, $10 super chat. Thanks for the $10, Joe. Really appreciate you. AJ, thinking about rotating out of my XRP holdings. XRP is 7.5% of my portfolio. What's good? All right, Joe. Well, first of all, I do want to say that It depends on what your goals are. It depends on how many X's you're trying to get, and it depends on what your other coin selection is. All right. I would not advise. I can't tell anybody sell this and buy that. I can't do that legally. I can't do that. What I can do is point to how my portfolio is set up. I am building 2 new portfolios with Jada right now. The next one with Jada will be coming in a couple days for anybody who wants the update. But my first portfolio that I built, the $10,000 one, I am very proud of that bag. I'm very, very proud of that bag. And this is how I did it. I'm not talking about the smaller one, the larger one. The larger one is much better than the smaller one for a couple of reasons. But the larger one, the way I did it is the smaller market cap coins have the largest holdings, and then the mid market cap coins have the second largest holdings, and then the large market cap coins have the smallest holdings. So the larger the market cap, the less market share in the portfolio. That's how I kind of organized it like that on purpose. And in that portfolio, my 2 anchors, as I call them, as in the larger market cap coins with small amounts. I have 6% XRP, 6% Cardano. And I like having anchors in a portfolio because it's not like we want to have like that security in the back. Like some people would argue, shouldn't you put the smaller percentage in your portfolio into much riskier picks? I kind of think no. I kind of think that I'm having a lot of my risk straight. First of all, there's no meme coins in that portfolio. This is a very specific $10,000 build. It's not like my only portfolio. So people kind of get confused when I talk about portfolios because I build individual portfolios and grade them off performance, where if this was my only portfolio, that's not how I would do it. But since this is a $10,000 build, this is how I would do a $10,000 build. And because, I obviously would take on a little bit more risk, have like some Solana memes and stuff like that. Okay. But in that specific $10,000 build, it is a very, very good portfolio. And the goal of that portfolio was to 10x at the time of completion of that portfolio. And it's already more than doubled. So I can't complain. So I don't, what my point here is, Joe, is that there's nothing wrong with having an anchor like XRP in your portfolio. Do you want to lead your portfolio with the heaviest market cap coins? Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely no. You want to have a good distribution of medium. Generally, I stay within the top 100. I stay within the top 100 generally. Will I go outside of the top 100 for a 6% allocation for a certain strategy of build? Yes, because each strategy of build, there's so many different ways you could approach it, right? And that's why I'm building so many separate portfolios, so I can kind of grade the performance on which strategy works. And I already have a good idea on which strategy works because I've been through a couple bull runs already. So like this is kind of like a refined thing, but you'll never, it's never completed because there's always something better that you could do. You can always learn one more thing. So it's a work in progress, but I don't know, man. It's kind of about your conviction. It's completely about your conviction. Like I wouldn't, I'm not going to tell anybody to sell their XRP. No way. And in that build that I have, and in my personal bags, I still hold XRP a little bit. I don't have as much as I used to. That's for sure. I realized a long time ago that XRP's days of being very boring were not over. Okay. And it did have that little run up. When I had that run up, I sold some XRP that day. Big time. And because when things rip that hard straight up, they're going to wiggle down. And I considered buying back in, never did. But I held some of it. I think I sold about 65% and kept the rest. Or was it 70% and kept the rest? Something like that. But yeah, I'm never going to tell anybody to sell anything. But I certainly feel bad for people who are FOMO'd into XRP and missed Solana and missed Injective and missed blah, 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 blah. You get my point? So, I mean, I don't think having a small percentage of it isn't going to hurt you. The Lee F, there's a video series for you. The perfect 1K, the perfect 5K, blah, 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 blah. I have done the perfect 5K already, but I think I could do another one for a different amount of money. That's true. I can't people would be like, okay, man. And I don't think people would watch the 50K, 100K, 25K Lee, because that's like a very specific person. I feel like if I did a 1K and then maybe a $500 one and maybe a 10K, maybe, because you have to understand most people aren't in crypto that are like, you know, I would say a lot of people are not willing to just create $100,000 portfolio. It would have to be people that have already been in crypto for a while who build up to stuff like that. One sec. Okay. But yeah, I think maybe a 20K wouldn't be bad. Well, how would I structure it different? That's a good question. So Lee, so basically how I would structure it different is the more money you have, the less risk you want to take face on. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when people have more than $100,000 in their portfolio, that's when I stop being against holding Bitcoin. That's when I'm saying, okay, you want to hold 10% Ethereum? Fine. Because, you know, it's for them, it's not about taking on that big, heavy risk to get as many X's as possible. That's the strategy for people with less than $20,000. If you have less than $20,000, you know, maybe $30,000, you're trying to get as much as you can. You are putting as much, you are, give me the risk. Give it to me. I want all the risk. That's what people with, you know, less than $20,000 need to do with crypto. That is the point. It's only 20 grand. You know what I mean? Like you can take on that risk to make $250,000 plus. Exactly. Growing versus protecting 100%. So once you get to 100,000 or even a little bit more than 100,000, that's when I'm going to scale back the big allocation of PAL, the big allocation of whatever, and going to move into a bit safer projects. All right. But it also depends. Does that $100,000 person want to play the game? Are they willing to take the risk? It depends on what your goals are. If you want to turn 100,000 into 500,000, no problem. But if someone's trying to turn 10,000 into 100,000, two completely different strategies. And it's about that risk management, man. It really is. 1 Bitcoin, 10 ETH, and the rest HBAR, Algo, VChain, etc. I mean, I don't hate it. It's gonna. I mean, I'm at that point really where I'm like, I really should buy some Bitcoin. Like, you know, I've been way past that point, and I can't. Like, what? Then again, at the same time, what I would do personally, what I'm doing, I wouldn't advise anyone to do. I wouldn't tell anybody to do the madness going on that the committee is organizing up here. All right, so all right, gonna take a quick look at a couple charts. I know we kind of held up on. Oh yeah, I gotta talk about this story. I think we might not do charts today. Because we covered a lot of news, covered a lot of stuff. This is awesome. Telegram launches Toncoin payments for ads, shares, revenue with channel owners. Actually, we'll look at 2 charts after this, actually. This is awesome. Telegram launches Toncoin payments for ads and shares revenue with channel owners. That is amazing. Telegram introduces Toncoins for ad buys, promising 50% revenue share with channel owners. Interesting. I'm a Telegram channel owner. I'm just kidding. For my Telegram channel, I'm not going to do ads. It's not really necessary because one, I think it would just inconvenience. I think this is amazing, by the way. For people that have like those big free Telegrams and everything, 100,000 plus people, I think that's amazing. This should have been going on because I know a lot of people put a lot of effort into Telegram groups. It's not an easy thing. But I'm considering my Telegram group. 1, it's a paid group. 2, I mean, right now there's like 75, 80 people in it. And I mean, I'm not going to inconvenience 75 people with ads to make like $5 in ad revenue. But that would really be if you had like thousands and hundreds of thousands, of subscribers. That's when that matters. But my group is like a private group. And I do want to say this. My Telegram group is a private group, everybody. There have been people that have been emailing me trying to get into the group that said, hey, I joined your group. Hey, I added, can you respond? Blah, blah, blah. Because these people say, oh, AJ has a Telegram, and they search for my group on their Telegram, and they're entering these bot hacker farms. Send me $500. I'll send you back 2,000. groups, because that's what people do. I mean, people do it with Ben and Wendy and Altcoin Daily. Basically, if you're a crypto influencer, there is a fake Telegram trying to scam money with your face on it. It's very unfortunate. I've obviously have tried at length to report, those groups and stuff like that. But let me say this: you cannot search my Telegram group and find it. It's not there. It's a private group. The only way you can get into my group is if you send me an email and you go through the checklist that I send you. That's the only way you can get in. There's no other way around it. And even when I send people links, they're one-time use links that last 30 minutes. You can't get in unless you do the checklist. So don't try to search the group. It's not going to be there. Okay. No, Ruben, I have never had that problem with Folks Finance. What is your number one safest bet? All right, Broomfield. I don't have to answer that question. You know why? Because I own all 4 of those coins and I'm diversified. The point of crypto is not to put what you're trying to do is you're trying to put as much money as you can into one pick because he said so. That's not it. Don't do that. Okay. The point of a portfolio is diversification. That is the point. I would never advise anybody to say, all right, I have this much money, I'm going to buy this coin. No, don't do that. I don't have to tell you which one's my favorite between my 4 favorite coins. They're my 4 favorite coins. I buy all 4 of them. That's the answer. That's the answer. Because you never know. You need to be diversified. I mean, what if the graph fails? What if HBAR, what if the grid falls down? What if there's a massive hack? Like, you don't know. It's crypto, dude. Like, do I think any of that stuff's going to happen to my 4 favorite projects? Absolutely not. I think they're rock solid, fundamentally very strong, great projects. I do think that, but you don't know, which is why you diversify. Okay. And I'm never going to pick between HBAR or Algo. I'm never going to tell you to buy the graph over VeChain. I'm never going to say that. I own all 4. The point of crypto is diversification. Okay. Andy, Telegram is an amazing tool. Even if you don't sign up in my group, you really should consider getting a Telegram. It's just a tool for education, dude. It's a really good spot. You still holding on to your quant? Hell yes, I'm still holding on to my quant. The correct answer is PAL. LOL. That's funny. All right. All right, I'm going to look at a couple charts and then we will keep it rolling here. This has been quite the ride, actually. This Pyth chart has been giving me a nightmare here. This is a 2-hour chart. 2-hour chart. As you see, we kind of had this symmetrical triangle. I was alarmed up. This alarm went off. This alarm went off. This alarm went off. And I kind of just sat back and watched this one. Didn't really actively trade it. I think I did like one scalp. I think that was last week, actually, before it even broke out. But so you have to be careful when trading breakouts, because what will happen is, say you went off this right here to that breakout. All right. You could have got the alarm, went long and made 2.5% right away. Okay. But what people don't always anticipate when you break out trade is that it can just go up and go back into the triangle, or what it can do. Sometimes it won't even go into the triangle. It will bounce above the triangle. All right. That's kind of what you're looking for a lot of the times. And a lot of the times it will actually come back in. So really, when the alarm goes off, you're dealing with a symmetrical triangle. You could get into some of a trade right away, but say you're trying to trade 10,000, I wouldn't jump in the whole 10,000 right there. No, I'd probably put in like 3 or 4. And I would ride it out. You know what I mean? And then, because if you just went in from the breakout, held for 2 days, you'd have made 11%. But the thing is that some people can't deal with the up 2, down 1, up 2, down 2. I mean, dude, with 10x leverage, down 2.8%, you're down 30% of your bag. Most people aren't going to hold that. Most people are going to talk themselves out of the position. Ultimately, when it broke out, I was ultimately sure that it would end up here. That this move made complete sense. But the path to that move isn't always simple. Okay, you're going to take some baby dents along the way, even though the idea was go long when the alarm goes off. Yes. Did you end up taking a dent? Yes. But was the move correct? Yes. You see the point? You see the conundrum here? The point is, the fact to go long from the breakout was 100% the correct move, but there would be times where you felt like you were wrong. Okay. That is trading. The market is trying to confuse you. The market's trying to, it's trying to piss you off. What I would say is that I would not have necessarily wanted to go long from this, because this is a 12-minute chart we're talking here. First of all, we were already high up in momentum oscillator. Second of all, the kind of distance between the EMA, a little bit too far. I do take that into account. Some people say that doesn't matter. And then I say, oh yeah, look at the distance between the price and the EMA right here. Look what happened to the price directly after. Yes, it matters. 100,000% that matters. So my point here is that this breakout, there's a couple reasons this breakout would have been really, really scary to long. And this is why when we set an alarm, we don't set the alarm one and done. We once per beat. So the alarm goes off every time it crosses. You know why? Because this, or even this, would have been much better trades. Okay. Because when we broke out this time, we're right on the EMA. And if, say, you went long from this one, you only would have been down, what, 2%, not 3%, if you went long from that spot. And if you went long from this spot, you would have went long right here when it came out and was bouncing off the 200 EMA. The fact that right here, the difference between this and this breakout is that right here, the price is moving above the 200. That is the move. That would be the trade. Okay. You gotta take these EMAs into consideration. Okay. I will do like a big lesson on the EMAs in the Telegram group here very soon. And from that breakout to the top, we're talking a 12.5% move, much better. Since then, Pyth has came back down, and look, it's actually getting pretty interesting again, because if coming down to this support resistance level, actually, that's not a support resistance level. Sorry, that's the bottom end of the triangle. But where is the support resistance level? For the sake of argument, here's a support resistance level, right? Yeah, right from there. Boom. There's a support resistance level. Look how many times this touched. 1, 2, 3, almost 4, 5, 6, 7. Touch there, touch there. All right. Obviously an important level. This level is at 91.9. Just about 92 cents. All right. This is a 12-minute chart. Keep in mind, don't ask why I like the 12-minute chart. It's just better than the 10, and I like it more than the 15. It's 12. And look at this little hammer. See that hammer? Reversal indicator. Got the green dot on market cipher B. I think maybe a scalp long on Pyth might be the end of the world, but now it's actually pushing its way back down. We're heavy in the red on the money flow. Would I advise trying to scalp long this right here, right now? Probably not. I'll look at the 5-minute chart instead. 1 second. Okay. But, so this is what I would do if I really wanted to force a trade onto this chart. What you do is you will set an alarm here at 92, basically 92 cents. Set an alarm at 92 cents because it wicked here. Okay. If we lose this level, there's your short. Okay. Or what you want to do is if you set an alarm above this level, right, which would be 93.7, it looks like it's falling. But if it came around and broke this level, that would start a bullish structure because it would be putting in higher highs. So you don't guess a trade between here and here. I mean, you could if you wanted to for 1%, but what's 1%? I'm literally waiting for this thing to start putting in higher highs or to put in a lower low for confirmation, right? So you don't want to guess. You don't want to guess. You want to react. I say that 100 times, and every time people still guess. This APT chart has also been giving me hell. There's a lot of levels here on this chart that are super relevant. And what I will say is that it has gone below this here. I really wanted to heavy short this. Actually ended up not, because I realized that, it still had to break the 200, and I wasn't about to just ape into a short when it could bounce above the 200, and look at what happened. So, that was kind of a good, this chart I was actually really considering trading, and I'm really glad that I didn't. So you got to be patient. You got to be very patient. I think a lot of times newer traders, they look at a trade and they think they need to get into a trade because they see it and they're being impulsive. You don't always have to get into a trade just because you want to. All right. You got to talk yourself into it. All right. Talk yourself into a trade. What I will say is that this does look a little bit better. That, it came down here. It kind of tricked us losing the support resistance level. And this is what the market does. It says, oh, look, we lost the support resistance level. Don't you want to go short? Nope. And it'll go right back up it. That's what it does. It does that on purpose. It loses that level on purpose. So it can say, hey, look, we're going short, right? And then it turns around and you get wrecked. That's what happens. All right. So you got to have a tolerance for losing levels. Let's see how far was this loss. 2% loss, 1.7% loss. I mean, that's a pretty good trick. That's a pretty good trick from the market. But what I will say is that we regained this level and actually worked our way back into this little setup here. Let me zoom back out. This little up channel. I don't know why I couldn't say that word, but it is possible that it could stay within the realm of this up channel. If it got back to the top end of that would be like an 18-20% move to the upside. But right now this is kind of like a monitor kind of situation. I obviously have alarm set on here, and what I also would say is that this little local high here, I would alarm this level, because if it breaks that, kind of more of the odds, more of confirmation that it's going to continue moving up, because it would put in a higher high from the past 12 hours. So a 12-hour high matters when you're scalp trading. So, and then we have to look at the bad boy. We got to look at Jupe. Oh man. Okay. Haven't looked at the chat in like an hour. One sec. Per bar. Yeah, once per bar for sure. Oh yeah, Ben's channel started. All right. I'm going to get off here very soon. I forgot he goes on at 11:30. But I do appreciate all of you. Over 200 people in here. Make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But so Jupe, man, first of all, look at this setup. This thing beautifully, just such a beautiful setup. Even, I have a couple Jupe charts set up. This is just one of the ones that doesn't have all the setups. But, even, along off of that level, the 2-hour bounce off the EMA. I mean, there's so many spots in this trade where this trade just made so much sense. I called this trade. Here, I'm actually going to look into it and when exactly I called it, because it is important to me. Okay. That one. Yeah, Jupe was at 128 when I posted the long. It was at 120 dude. Oh my God. 44% called that on the Telegram. Called it. Let's go. That's what you get. I got you, fam. Don't even worry. Don't even trip. I got you. I called it at 128, yo. Amazing. All right. Obviously, it's in price discovery, so it's going to curve around. It's going to confuse the shit out of you. The thing here is that I want you to pay attention to this, that, it kind of has this little bit of volume here, and then it doesn't have much at all. Okay. Low volume node, big time. The point of control is actually all the way back down at 133, basically where I called the trade. And the support resistance level here, right 157. You could also, I would define this as a support resistance because it has this and it has this. All right. I'm not really worried about this little top guy there. So that's really the level at 157. Obviously could be a target. But it would be interesting because actually if you lose this level, the first volume actually starts to wake up over here, and that would kind of take it back into this little baby range right there. So that's not impossible. But obviously it's not going to hit straight down, but that would be about 11% dip. 11%. But right now, actually, it is kind of decision time for Jupy because it is touching the 200 EMA on the 12-minute chart. Hey. You never know. That's actually very interesting. That is very interesting. Okay. I don't hate it, everybody. Bullish divergence, small time frame. This would be your bail point, 163.9. You could scalp short, scalp long that right there. Scalp long. And that's your exit. You know, if it dips down and you're wrong, you didn't catch the falling knife, it could happen, but the indicators aren't bad on the small time frames right there. But big picture, big picture, it is kind of it is falling, and it's interesting where it's held up, because there's like this little, it kind of caught here on the way up, so now it's catching here on the way down. So really, this level would be terrible to lose. 161. That's the level you don't want to lose. So you want to set an alarm at 163, 163.9. So basically 164 and 161. Okay, 164, 161. Alarm, both levels. If you want to scalp long, you can try, but it might just get rejected. Okay, but a little slightly lower high, bullish divergence, prone to control a little bit higher. I don't hate the idea, but it's a very risky trade. It's a risky trade if you wanted to scalp long. But the alarm 164 and 161, and big congratulations to anybody in the Telegram group who caught that 44% move to the upside. I called Jupe at 128. I actually didn't even like completely realize how epic of a call that was. But hey, we called it right here on AJ Rides Crypto. It's as if I've been doing this for like years and years and years. Imagine that. Imagine that. If you guys want to get involved on the Telegram group, I'm telling you, we're winning trades over there. Today, I am going to talk a little bit more about portfolio strategies today in the Telegram group, as well as a couple trades. I have a couple things I've written over the weekend for the Telegram group, like overall lessons kind of thing. There's a lot of beginners in that group. So I'm obviously giving like kind of the trade setup ideas to the people, to the traders, and I'm doing like a lot of beginner type stuff for the people that are just getting going. So if you want to join the group, send me an email right down below, ajalphagroup@gmail.com. We'll get you set up. Over 75 people in there winning trades. We are killing it. We called that jupe long from 128. From 128. It went, where did it go to? That's insane. It went to 184. We called it from 128. Come on. I'm out here. I'm trying. All right. My guy's out here building a binder from what I'm posting in Telegram. That's amazing. I am in the background, Jordan. I am writing a book currently, the playbook of everything you ever need to know about crypto. And it's kind of going to be similar to that binder. Just a lot of things, ideas together. Confluence is the theme of the book, and trading strategy. There's a lot to it. It's not easy. Might have to release it independently. I'd like to have it professionally published, but that's another conversation. But hey, until then, you guys are amazing. Each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. Still have about 200 people in the house. Smash the like button. My name's AJ Rides Crypto. Get rich or get wrecked. Keep it snazzy. See you tomorrow. Be safe. April Fools.